What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, for being subscribed. If you are, if you aren't, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening to this on YouTube while you're at it, hit that like button. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. We just want to go ahead and brighten up the place. So let's get into this conversation. Guys, I wanted to talk about this, and hopefully I can make this really quick because I really didn't even have plans on speaking about this, but I just thought it was really creepy. Listen, I don't know if you heard about this post that went viral of the quote unquote Home Depot girl. Well, this chick, she's working at Home Depot and she took a bathroom selfie and it was posted on social media. And she wrote on the post, she captioned it, "The one job I work at that I get reminded I'm too pretty to work at." Now, I don't know what that is even supposed to mean. Okay. I don't know if that was supposed to be a joke. I don't know if people have actually said that to her. Like, girl, what are you doing working here? You're too pretty to do this. Why don't you go work at Hooters? Or why don't you create an OnlyFans? Or why aren't you a social media influencer or whatever? You know, like, because that seems to be the thing these days when it comes to people, quote unquote, working. The working is just pretty much posting out pictures and getting brand deals and people sending you products and stuff and you promote their stuff and that's how you get paid. And I'm not knocking it, but I'm just saying, I don't know if that's what was meant when that was said to her, if that's something that was said to her, because she just did this post that said, "The one job I work at that I get reminded I'm too pretty to work at." So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't know if that means only ugly people work at Home Depot or only old or elderly people or crusty, dusty men. I mean, I don't know what that really was supposed to mean, but that's what she did in her post. Well, it was reported that she was praised for not creating an OnlyFans page to earn money from her looks, but things went left for her after a lot of men, including Shaquille O'Neal, slid into her DMs. And that is disgusting to me because this man has kids probably her age, right? I think sometimes these men forget that you're not 21 anymore. Shaq is an old, crusty old man, very wealthy. Of course, we know this, but yet and still he's an old man. And he's sliding into this girl's direct messages for what? Well, listen, this chick is now, she's saying she's had to leave the job that she was working at. And she didn't want all of the attention because the post went viral. It's being said that she posted this, but someone else used her post, used her Twitter post, and they're saying it was a guy, and basically was saying that men don't care about women with degrees because they'll pick someone that looks like her that's just working at Home Depot. So someone else used her post to try to make a point. And that's how it wound up going viral. So it wasn't just that she posted this and all of a sudden that post went viral because she took a picture wearing a Home Depot apron and looking pretty in a bathroom mirror selfie. It wasn't just that simple. Someone else got it and someone else shared it for their own intents and purposes. And that's how it wound up going viral and people figuring out or finding out who she is and following her and going into her DMs and all that other stuff. So that's what they said that happened. And then come to find out, she's actually working at Home Depot to pay for her master's degree. So it's not just some random person that's just happy to work at Home Depot and that's their life's goal and that's all, that they're doing. This is actually someone that's working there and they're paying for their college education to get their master's degree. So that disproved that person's point about, men would rather just have a woman with no brains, no real skills. As long as they look like that, they don't care if they're just working at Home Depot as a cashier. It's so stupid. But anyway, but that's when things started going crazy, started going viral, and Shaq was in her DMs. And not only in her DMs, he tried to find her. How super creepy and weird is that? And some people may think that was cute or funny, or, oh, look at Shaq. He's this famous, wealthy man going to Home Depot to trying to find the Home Depot girl. But what if some random stranger who isn't wealthy, we don't know, tried to pull up on her at her job? So she didn't take that as something that was lighthearted and fun. She said that she's had to leave her job because this is unwanted attention that she didn't want. So Shaq went to Home Depot to try to find her. I'm going to play this little Twitter video clip so that you can hear it. I hope you can hear him okay because his voice is extremely muffled.
Home Depot. I'm looking for somebody. Did you find her? No, I didn't. Next time, Joe Beasley. Tell me, have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? I'm in Home Depot. I'm looking for somebody. Did you find her? No, I didn't. Next time, Joe Beasley. Tell me, have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? I'm in Home Depot. I'm looking for somebody.
All right. I played it a couple of times. I'm going to put a link in the description box so that you can look at the video for yourself. But to me, it was very disturbing. I know some people may say, oh, he's famous. He's just kidding around. It was just content for him to share with his followers on social media. But he went to this Home Depot. He's singing outside of it. Have you seen her? And he's like, I'm looking for somebody. And he's like doing the motion with his eyebrows. Look like, what's up. You know what I'm talking about. And that's just really, really weird. And of course, some people are trying to praise him now because the way that they're reporting it, they're saying he went to Home Depot and he bought a family a washer and dryer who were there looking for a washer and dryer. That's nothing for him. Okay. He didn't just go there to do charitable works. He went there trying to pull up on that girl. And I don't care what anybody says. I believe that's exactly what he did, because why would he slide up in her DMs and then you're going to the Home Depot trying to find her? So I'm going to play this video of her from her Twitter where she talks about how this has really changed her life. So let me go into this clip.
Tell me, have you seen her? I'm in Home Depot. I'm looking for somebody.
I wanted to come on here, as y'all probably know me as the Home Depot girl, the girl who went viral, and just talk about how God is really testing my life right now and just testing my faith and trying to keep my patience in him and just trust that there's a bigger thing coming out of all this. Since I blew up on the internet, I have had so much backlash, good and bad. Like, it's been a lot of good, but you also have that percentage of bad. Like, everybody on Twitter hates me for what? I don't know. Like, I literally don't know, just because I stood up for myself, and that's fine. And then Instagram's really cool. And then, other situations that have happened throughout this whole process that have just kind of been crazy. But I literally had to kind of quit my job in this process because of how much I grew and how many people actually seen this. And people were illegally doxing my address and also figuring out where I worked because, I did have my school in my bio, also my location on Twitter, and Home Depot. So if you put math together, like, people started figuring stuff out. So now I'm going to have to probably move and just, kind of relocate and start fresh. And I just feel like am grateful to God because this opportunity gives me a chance to start over. I also gained a platform, and that means a lot to me because I work really hard making, my faith, lifestyle, beauty, and fashion content. So this kind of helps me go towards that direction. But it's also scary because I actually haven't received any type of brand deals or anything like that. A lot of people think that my net worth is going to flip now because of fame. That's not how it works. It just kind of is unmotivating, but I have faith that God is going to make all of this work out in my favor. So yeah, some doors had to close, but I also know God is going to make a lot of doors open in my favor. So I'm just taking it with the winds, taking the punches, smiling through all this, praying, and just knowing that God has me. Know in due time when the answers and what is for me needs to be revealed, it'll be revealed. I know God is.
Well, that was the end of the video. It stopped right there, but let me say this real quick. She's a young lady, so I'm not going to go off. But I am going to just say this because it is one of these things these days where people feel like because you went viral, that means that you have fame. Because she said that, and she did do the air quotes. Don't get me wrong when she said the word fame. But just because someone goes viral on social media does not mean that you now have a platform. Because she said that. She said, now that I have this platform and I had to quit my job, now I can, really focus on doing things. But she said she hasn't really gotten any brand deals yet or whatever. And it's well, why would you? Now, I'm not saying that companies or individuals who have products or things, they probably may reach out to her to see what her interest is in trying their stuff and promoting their products. But the thing about that is what's the word that I want to use? The entitlement that comes with that, where people like this person feels like, well, I'm now going to charge people to promote their stuff. But just because you have a lot of followers doesn't mean that it's going to equate into dollars for a brand or a company or an individual that has products or things that they may ask her to, promote. I'm not saying that they should be able to get stuff done for actual free, but maybe because you don't really have any social proof to prove that just because now you have a lot of followers, the people that are following you are going to be interested in anything worth purchasing just because you're talking about it. So these companies, they'd be better off paying for marketing versus just giving her money to promote their stuff and giving her free stuff to share. So I'm just saying that. I wanted to say that because that's not just even about her individually. That's for a lot of people when it comes to this influencer marketing thing, because I see a lot of that. And as a business owner myself, it's the entitlement for me where people feel like just because you have a lot of followers, that means that you deserve to get paid a certain amount of money. If a company would like you to use their stuff for free or maybe even offer you a discount, sometimes I feel like that's an even exchange because you don't have any social proof to prove that you have a conversion rate or a percentage of these people that are following you that actually listen to what you have to say and share and will go and invest in those things or purchase those things or whatever. So I just wanted to say that. But getting back to Shaq and the creepy weirdos that ran up on her, tried to find, where she lives, going to her job and things like that. I just feel that Shaq being the poster boy for this is utterly disgusting. And as old as he is, okay, I just feel that if you would go to this extent, what else are you doing that we don't know about? It was reported that he went out on a date with that chick who is a baby mama to I guess some basketball player. I don't know if it's a basketball player or a football player. Honestly, I don't really care. I didn't follow the story too much, but her name is Brittany Renner. And I guess she's known as a professional 304 and has gotten solidified in terms of getting a baby and securing a bag in that way. and he's going out on a date with her. Ex-husband to Shawnee Henderson now. I was about to say O'Neal. Creator of Basketball Wives. They have, 4 or 5 kids together. And he's running up in this girl's DMs and then going to Home Depot to run up on her. What were you going to run up on her for? Were you going to present her with a check to pay for her college education? Maybe, but at what price? I just don't understand why these guys do stuff like this, and I never will, because it'll just continue to happen. Nothing's going to change about that. But when I saw this story, I really wanted to talk about it, because to hear that her post went viral, and then it got to the point where people were running up on her, and you've got Shaq, the king of the creepos, rolling up on her job at the Home Depot, and he's making a video about it, sharing it on Twitter, singing outside of the store, "Have you seen her?" And then going inside looking for her, couldn't find her. Well, I'm here. I guess I'll go ahead and buy somebody a washer and dryer. I just was disgusted by that. You can let me know what your thoughts are. I don't feel like I'm reaching. I feel that he's a creep. A lot of other people are creeps. And I also don't agree with her feeling like just because she gained a lot of attention from this and now she has a larger following, that actually gives her a quote unquote platform, like she said. And now she can start trying to become an influencer and get brand deals. Like, I'm not against her monetizing her social media if she's able to do that, but I don't think God had anything to do with that. So when she was speaking about how God is testing her, I don't think that has anything to do with God. I do believe that if you believe in that higher power and negative things happen in your life, you can pray for a turnaround and God can turn things around and make it work out for your good. But I don't think God is testing you. I don't believe that this is God doing that. It's not God's doing. You posted a picture on social media. Somebody else shared it for their own selfish purposes to try to downgrade and to speak negatively about women who want to aspire to having their own and being educated and seeking higher education so that they can fulfill the desires that they want to fulfill, saying, well, you women can do that if you want, but a man would rather go for a chick like this who's just working at Home Depot, when the truth of the matter is she's actually going to Home Depot and working there to pay for her master's degree. So there goes that theory. But anyway, that happened to cause her image to go viral, because when you put stuff out there, unfortunately, people can share it for their own intents and purposes. And that's what that came from. So anyway, guys, you let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section. What do you feel about Shaq rolling up on this girl's job to look for her? And what do you feel about her having to quit her job? And she says she feels like she has to move now because she's been doxxed. How do you feel about that? And how do you feel about her saying that now she's got a platform and she can pretty much become an influencer and get brand deals? That part, that blew me a bit, but those are her thoughts and opinions. You can let me know yours in the comment section below. So thank you so much for listening and liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.